stuff. So no face cam, I'm not well. So you gotta wait a while, you know? You gotta wait some time. And that's totally fine with me in my personal opinion, but still, it's like 28, that's a long time from now, you know? But if they could take my package from the warehouse and to, uh, deliver it to the Korea warehouse, don't you think don't you think that they kind of taking my package a bit more serious? You expect for them to deliver the packages from people who ordered a few days ago, you know? I guess basically what I'm trying to say is that, hey, now it's just one small package, okay? I hope there's no mix up. Last time when I ordered stuff, you know, for my niece, I ordered presents. Uh, what I saw in the delivery man's van was so much of packages, and my packages were all separated. Normally, they'll always put all the packages together, but since it came from different places, it does make sense. Anyways, to separate three boxes, and honestly, you know, the craziest part about this was that there was so much of other packages. What if it got mixed up? What if I got the wrong package? You know, it's one of those things that kind of worry me, to be honest. Anyways, uh, hopefully I got my Nintendo Switch. Hopefully. Uh, it'll be it's gonna be a fun thing. It's just one game. I don't know if I have extra space for another game. Maybe for a short game, not something so large. You know, I feel like large games are gonna be very, very, uh, difficult to get. You know. Anyways, moving on. What else can I talk about? I was more excited about this. Like, I'm not even thinking about anything else. You know, that's how awesome it is. Uh, Now, I'm a bit happy that I bought it, but at the same time, I'm happy also I get to finally get to play with it, you know? Um, I made two videos yesterday. I need to upload them, but only when I get my Switch. I don't want to jinx anything, so it's best for me to wait a while, then upload that video. It was about me talking about my plans to do for Monster Hunter Rise, and that was basically it. And things I'm looking forward for. Anyways, moving on. I just want to say that it's gonna be a fun experience. Okay, it's gonna be a fun experience. It is a pink light switch, you know. Nothing wrong with the color. I feel like the yellow one would have been putting me off, but then to be honest, anything that is better than the charcoal color because that looks so plain. To be honest, you know, I'd rather have something pink, not yellow. But if that was the only option, I would take it. Because sometimes when you're desperate, you know. Even if it was like this, the black color, I wouldn't really mind if I was desperate. But then again, I don't want it because it feels so boring. It doesn't look so different, you know. This is my first Nintendo uh, device, so I gotta make it feel special. So you gotta make it sure it looks something different, you know. I don't want it to look like a PSP. I want it to look like something different. So thankfully, there's different colors. Maybe they might add more colors next year. Maybe a purple, maybe a orange, maybe I don't know, beige, maybe uh, maybe green. I think they should make green light and dark green. That'll be kind of cool. What else? Brown, red. I think a red will work very well. Good. Okay, enough about this. I think I'm getting this on my head. Way too much of my head. Okay, so it's Thursday. It's somewhat of a doom and gloom weather. I don't want Christmas to be like this. You may be thinking why, but let's be real for a second. Christmas should not be very doomy and gloomy. It should be very happy. It doesn't snow where I live because it's summer. Well, uh, when it is winter, it doesn't snow where I exactly live. It snows more inwards the land. So yeah, never experienced snow before. Would like to though. But anyways, I say but anyways a lot. That's the thing about Christmas. You want it to be very special. You want it to be nice and bright. Uh, and that's the most important part. I mean, there were Christmases where it was very dull. If not, there were plenty of Christmases that were dull. I don't know if 2019 Christmas was bright because I swear 2019 Christmas was somewhat of a different weather. Oh no, no, I think it was actually cloudy. Maybe 2018 Christmas. I think maybe 2018 Christmas was pretty bright. Uh, but anyways, I'm not the weather, ma'am. I am just a lowly waifu who's waiting for a switch. Um, Swish, 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 swish. Finally I get to play something, you know? Okay, enough about the Switch. I'll talk about it forever. We have mint ice cream, chocolate chip mint ice cream. Never tried it yet. Would like to try it and taste it and see how it goes. Because I've had custard, it was pretty good. I normally have Neapolitan, which is basically a mixture of vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Yeah, very basic stuff. It's basically something normal that we have all the time. We had blueberry once. It tasted like trash. It tasted like trash upon trash. I like having stick ice cream because stick ice cream is kind of fun. I like having cup ice cream, but I also just don't really want to have blueberry ice cream on the tub. That's way too much. In the past, I have had Magnum, the Magnum in the tub. Yeah, that was so cool, honestly. You know, the giant container of Magnum. Anyways, moving on. I got some sandals today, so let me show you the sandals really quick. It's a bit embarrassing, but you can't really see it. It's pretty dark, you know. It's dark. Well, the color is obviously blue, dark blue, a bit more ocean blue. More darker than ocean blue. It has a nice little green with it. Pretty cool, huh? It also has these cool little lines on it that makes my feet feel very comfortable. It is a foam sandals after all, not something so fancy. But that's totally fine, to be honest. Last time I wore sandals was back in 2020, early 2020. I think before February. That's how long I have not worn sandals for, okay? It's very uh, normal for me not to wear sandals and just wear shoes. So this feels very free, you know, just to walk around very free. Doesn't seem very slippery, it seems very hard, thank goodness. Because if it was slippery, then to be honest, it would be fun sliding, but it also will be very painful when falling. Yes, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I just want to rest. Do some comics. Do something, you know? Uh, Now, I'm happy for what I'm getting. I'm truly am. You know, I know some people might think differently, but hey, what can you do? What can you do? I had different plans earlier this year. I was like, okay, I should get the light one. Then I went to the OLED version. I kept going back and forth to a point where I was like, screw it, I'm desperate. Well, you're desperate, you're desperate, okay? And Monster Hunter Rise is handheld. There's no special movement or whatever you need the main console for, so totally fine to play this in a light version. I know the battery's not going to be a-okay, but if I kind of monitor it properly, I'm not playing online, so I'm going to save a lot of battery. Um, what else? I will use dark mode. I will possibly use headphones um, when it comes to playing, or might put very soft volume, because time to time you might not really want to hear so much of sounds altogether. But I would like to hear the sounds, you know, time to time. Just listen to the background sound and the animals and well the monsters. I'm kind of pumped, to be honest. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. Okay, it feels very fun just to like press those buttons. I would like to do that. Just get it, play with it. But hopefully tomorrow it comes, because if it can come today, if it comes today by Korea, the Korea, uh, what warehouse, I'm sure it can come tomorrow. Simple as that, you know, simple as that. I know I sound so overdramatic wanting it so fast, but to be fair, I have been waiting for this for so long. And I am worried, what if there's an issue? To be honest, issues are kind of black, you know? I'm very tired. I need some water, some ice water. I have water in my room, but it's not ice water. It tastes like spit. It tastes disgusting. It feels like spit. It feels all warm. See, I don't want spit. I want water. Very lethargic today, you know? I barely slept. We still have a lizard problem. I have not seen the lizard today, and that's the problem. I kept waking up time to time. Like, I look under my blanket. What's there? Nothing. I check under my pillow time to time. I'm freaking out. Okay, you know why I'm freaking out? Because I don't want this thing near me, okay? No way. And that's the scariest part because we don't know where it is. We have not seen it today, this morning, not in my room. Obviously, I don't think it's my room, but what if it ran up some cupboards or something? You don't know. We don't know. That's the dangerous part about it. You know, these things must stop coming in the houses. They have outside perfect for themselves. Rocks, stones, everything they need. Bugs. There's so much of crazy bugs outside. They would love it. But for some reason, they want to come inside and explore. This isn't a video game. This is real life. Okay. Speaking of video games, whatever leftover space I get on my Switch, I don't have I don't have a card for saving stuff, for saving space. I don't have that. So I have to take with the 32 for now, and then maybe a few months from now I'll get a 32. I'll get 32. I'll get like 100 and something or 64 something gigabytes of space, micro SD, and then I can buy more games. I put more games on as well. But there are a few games that are just so uh, not only cheap, but when it comes to space, you barely get a gig. I'm looking forward to play at least one of the games, maybe Farm Frenzy. I know it's on the Switch, but I don't really know the space, the size of the game itself. I doubt it's going to be too big. I know it's CGI. For those of you who played Farm Frenzy, you will know what I'm talking about. The gameplay loop is very addicting. It's so freaking addicting, okay? I'm not even joking. It's so addicting. I've never been so addicted in my life, okay? I remember years ago I would play it when I was a kid, and then like just recently I was playing it, but even before that, I remember playing it during load shedding times. You know, very cool game to spend a lot of time on. Very fun. Unfortunately, the free version was like you can only go so far. So since I'm buying something, I'll get all the levels. It's gonna be in CGI. I don't think you're gonna be getting the regular animals. I don't know if you're gonna be getting those animals. You're getting different animals. The bears do make a return, but I don't know about anything else. I know there's pigs. I don't know what the pigs are gonna do. I know there's cats. I don't know about dogs, but let's just see what happens. Because it looks fun. It doesn't look like a game that's gonna hurt the Switch, nor will it take up too much space. I'm just saying. Maybe I'm wrong. I should check that up. But anyways, when it comes to that game, that seems fun. How about Townsman? I do worry about Townsman, mostly because the regular Townsman game on the mobile devices, something about that kind of worries me. You know that? You know that? Let me tell you why. Because it's just the pay to win type of aspects. Nothing wrong with that in games. It's a free game. But if you're gonna pay like a full version, kind of expect to have all those perks already unlocked. But it seems like there's no perks to be unlocked now. You know, I don't know. It seems like you have to buy more type of pay to win currencies. Like that game is fun but very time consuming. I feel like Farm Frenzy will be more addictive, but Townsman is very cool as well. I'm sure there's more games out there that does not take so much space like this. Let's just see. Let's just find out, okay? Now the Switch is coming with a free 3-month online. I did hear about online is that you can play online, not only that, but you can also buy a few games from the old consoles. I'm not sure if you can play it even after your online is expired, but let's just see what happens. Let's just see. I don't want to play online. I don't like playing with other people. Like I don't like that type of stuff. It's not my thing, you know? Unless I know the person. Good for you if you like it, but not for me. Okay? I'm not a big fan of that whatsoever. But um, at least there's some perks to also that as well, besides just playing online. There's a few old games I would like to play, such as there was this tank game. I'm not sure if it's still available or if it's there already. This old tank game, you know, basically, you know, shoot other tanks. It was a very fun game. Uh, I'm sure there's also a few free-to-play games as well that won't really eat space outs, because you don't want too much space outs. Let's be real. I don't want to lose all my stuff. The game Animal Crossings. I'll give it a try. Not a big fan, but I'll give it a try. It's a $60 game. Might as well make use of it. You know, Now there was selling different versions of the Nintendo Switch Lite. The Pokemon version I mentioned yesterday, they were selling that, but it doesn't come with anything else. No game, nothing. It's just a collector's item. That's it, and it's black. The problem with that is that it looks like a PSP. To be honest, like the black and white colors. Don't get me wrong, it seems unique, but unless it's for a Nintendo Switch, then the proper version, then it doesn't look like its own unique thing. It reminds me of the PSP. I don't know. I don't hate the PSP. I just want it to look different. Can something look different? I'm just saying it should look different. Plus, I'm not really a big fan of that color. You know. I think it works better for PSP because that was like the only few colors PSP had. But I had a white PSP. But I could have chosen the slim black one. But I chose my one because of the games. It's a PSP Fat, so yeah, I think that's what you call it, or PSP 3000. Enough about that. Enough, 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 enough. Okay, I think my problem with the colors is my own problem. It's more for me problem than anyone else's. At least they have variety. At least, if you don't like a certain color, like I don't think everyone likes pink. So, you know, they'll get yellow or blue or dark blue or black, like you get those colors. You're not gonna get one color only. I'm glad there's some variety of colors. It just adds a bit more flair to it. Even though you might not really look deep into it, it's at least somewhat customizable, at least to some degree, at least. At least it feels like it's gonna fit something. Anyway, moving on. Waifu time. I don't want to talk about politics. Screw that. Let's just talk about Nintendo. So I'm sorry for talking about too much games these days. I'm just so hyped up for these type of stuff. I'm so hyped up. I think that's the moment. I just want to get it and play with it. I want to touch things. Okay, that sounds wrong. I just want to touch the Nintendo Switch lights. I don't know if the buttons are going to be super clicky. Controller, this is not really the official, as you can see, it's not official controller. What I like about it is its soft D-pad. You can barely hear a sound. You hit it in the stomach. Okay, you hit the monster in the stomach. It'll be like 530 damage. Just assuming. Okay, not really saying anything factual, but I'm just assuming. But then you hit something else that's much more tougher, and that's like 100. And the color of the number is in white, and this is in orange. It is the more damage you're doing, the better damage you're doing. The clearer damage you're doing. Now the problem with this is I'm a fan of it, but at the same time I don't want to use it anymore. You may think this is just like my own personal thing, but I'm sure others believe this way as well. But I don't want to use the numbers when it comes to rides. I want to have the numbers not in the game, so I know there's an option to disable it. Damage numbers. I hope there is one to begin with, just to disable it, because I don't want to see the damage numbers. You know what else I don't want to see? You know what else I don't want to see in Rise? I don't like this feature. I hate this feature so much. Okay, it makes everything too easy. There'll be a monster icon. There'll be a monster icon, and then when the monster is ready to be trapped, it'll show another icon, a blue icon telling you it's ready to be trapped. I hope there's a way to disable this icon, because I don't want to see that icon. Okay, I don't need to know that when the monster is ready to be trapped, besides when the monster limps, because that was the best indication of telling you the monster is ready to be trapped. The monster will limp and limp and limp. You know it's ready to be trapped. I don't really want to, look for some symbol, okay? I know the feline will tell you, but that's kind of different, okay? That's an AI telling you something, and it only tells you once. Sure, you can check the chat log and whatnot, but this is something a bit different. This is like you're gonna see it until you trap it, or until you kill it. And that's a problem. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. So I hope there's a way to disable it. Now, the way I'm going to be playing Rise is going to be very different. No damage numbers, and if there's a way to disable the trap, the trap icon, I'll disable it. I'm going to disable it because I sound like an elitist, but no. I don't want to be playing like that, okay? I just want to play the old-fashioned way, okay? I'm tired of being babied around. I will also be working on trying weapons, okay? 14 weapon types, I'll be trying them all, okay? And I'm not going to only try one of each. I'm trying all of them. Upgrade them right to the fullest, and that's it. And that's one of my rules. When it comes to the character, when it comes to the character, um, now you will get a one free character edit ticket, like a ticket to edit the character, maybe the voice or some certain tweaks here and there. At first, I'll create a male character, but then when I get the expansion, which is Sunbreak, which is being released next year, June or July, then I'll change it to female. I'm just pointing it out there. That's kind of like my rules for playing this game now. I know I sound very strict. You may think I might not have fun with this, but you may be mistaken because I'm playing with these rules so I can have fun. I've heard people say a lot of mixed things about this game, that it's way too easy. So maybe if you're not played Monster Hunter yet, maybe you can get into this if you have a Switch, because I've heard it's a pretty easy game to get into, so maybe you'll understand the core gameplay, so it'll be much more easy to play with it. But anyways, I'm gonna take it a bit more serious when it comes to these rules, but I'm gonna have fun. These rules are here for me to have fun, okay? Not have fun. So I hope I can disable the damage numbers. I don't want to see that damage numbers at all, okay? Just for this game, okay? I know in Iceborne I'll keep it where it is, but for this game, I'm gonna completely disable it, okay? What else? Capture icon, disable it. If there is a way to do it, I'll disable it. Because I don't want it. I really don't. And that's basically one of my few rules. Hope you'll enjoy me discussing these rules. I sound like a very gruff person saying it, but I want to have fun. The game itself seems very, very baby, like very changed in some way, just to make it more appealing to a new audience. But the fun parts lie in where there's a lot of limitations. Like the old games, there were so much limitations that it was much more fun to play with those limitations. So I don't want to see the monsters' damage numbers. I don't want to see the capture icon. I don't really want to see any of that type of stuff. Okay. Anyways, monsters I'm looking forward for. A lot of them, actually, all of them. Fighting all of them. Now, in Monster Hunter Rise, I'm not sure many of you will notice, but for those of you who kept in touch with the game, basically, there's a rampage mode where the monsters are going to be running through, and you gotta basically defend the barrier. And it's a tower defense mechanism in this specific part of the game. Rampage quests. I don't know how many there are, but hopefully there's a lot. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video now. I want to make a video on this, on the